7:23 this morning, we continue the month-long To the Outdoors road trip to the Algonquin region of Ontario. And today we're taking you to new heights with a hike through the tree canopy of this beautiful northern forest. Terry Belke takes us to the outdoors.
Haliburton Forest in central Ontario has a long history of logging. In fact, at one point in the late 50s, the land was so over-harvested that it was considered to be almost worthless.
It was heavily logged in the late 1800s. There's a softwood phase that went through, so a lot of the good quality white pine timbers were cut out of the area. And then through the early 1900s, there was the hardwood phase that came through as well. So we basically decimated the property in terms of valued timber here to about the 1950s.
But that was in the distant past. Today, the trees of the forest are revered and are an important tool in the philosophy of education that the Centre has adopted.
One of our big mandates is to kind of tell our story, and it can always be looked upon as a model forest, for others to kind of learn from, and we like to. Why keep a secret?
Haliburton Forest educates visitors about trees in the most dramatic way possible through a tree canopy tour. Originally, the idea sprouted from an inquiry from the University of Toronto. They were interested in doing research from the treetops. Haliburton Forest owner Peter Schleifenbaum had another vision.
Peter, being an entrepreneurial forester, obviously saw the light here and said, well, why don't we take people up there and educate them a little bit about the forest as well, and we can obviously charge them some money that helps to pay for the sustainable development.
The morning-long adventure begins with a canoe trip to the trailhead. Once arrived at the trail, it's a short hike to the foot of the walkway. That first step onto the suspended trail ushers you into a whole new world.
Once they get out over the first few bridges, then the adrenaline seems to settle down, and then the kind of awe-inspiring and stunning views come into play, and they really get to take in their surroundings. So we go from ground level up to about 65 feet, and the length of it is a series of 26 suspended bridges, and it's over 600 meters in length.
Even the almost half-mile walkway was constructed in an eco-friendly manner.
The 600 meters of tree of boardway all comes from hemlock. Which is sustainably harvested within our forest.
One trip to the canopy is enough to change the way visitors perceive trees for the rest of their lives.
It's certainly, getting up and close and to some of the tree species, the big white pines there, certainly give people a kind of revived kind of appreciation of forests and trees.
It's a trip like no other, and even for the guides, it never gets old.
It certainly is a great experience, and after 800 tours or so, there's never any two are the same.
Reporting from Central Ontario, taking you to the outdoors, I am Terry Belke.